Hi everybody and welcome to revision of solving equations with Mrs. Kirby. We are going to start off with some one-step equations. So one-step equations are exactly as you might think. They only have one step needed to solve them. We start off with one like this. X plus 3 equals 5. Remember, we're using the balance method, which means we need to mathematically get rid of this 3 on this side, and an equation is like a seesaw. So if I lift a 3 off this side of the equation and also lift 3 from this side of the equation, it will stay perfectly balanced. I must tell the person looking at my work, or indeed myself, what I'm going to do. So I am going to lift 3 from both sides of the equations by minusing 3. X is equal to 5 take away 3, which is 2. There we go, one step, all sorted. Another one, 2x equals 10. Same thing applies. This is a perfectly balanced equation. This is the pivot point of the seesaw. If I half this side and half this side, it will stay perfectly balanced. Halving is the same as dividing by 2, which is dividing by the number in front of the x. So if I divide by 2 both sides, I'm left with 1x here and 5 here. One step and I'm all done. Let's have a look at this one. If I have x take away 5 equals 15. This time, instead of taking something away from both sides, I am going to add 5 to both sides. If I add 5 to both sides, this take away 5 will disappear mathematically. So add 5 to both sides. We're doing the opposite of what appears here. And we have x is equal to 15 plus 5, which is 20. And finally, with one-step equations, if I have one that looks like this, x over 4 is equal to 2. Mathematically, this is saying to me x divided by 4 is equal to 2. The opposite of divide by 4 is times by 4. If I times this side by 4, the divide by 4 and the times by 4 cancel each other out, so I'm just left with x. And if I do 2 times 4, that gives me 8. I can't write 8. There we go. Okay, that's our one-step equations. Now we're going to go on to two-step equations. And a bit like I just said for one step, really quite straightforward. We are just doing 2 steps this time instead of 1. Let's start off with a two-step equation that looks like this. 2x plus 5 is equal to 10. The first thing we have to do is get the term with x in on its own. And we do that by doing the opposite of either plussing or minusing whatever is here. So the opposite of add 5 is take away 5. From both sides, that will mean it stays perfectly balanced. 2x, add 5, take away 5, the 5 disappears, and 10 take away 5 is 5. Then we divide by the number in front of the x, so divide by 2. So x is equal to 5 divided into 2. The answer is 2.5 or 2.5. Don't be afraid if one of your answers is a decimal, that's perfectly acceptable. So that's number 1. Let's have a look at another example. If I had 3x take away 7 equals 8. I need to do the opposite of take away 7, which is add 7 to both sides. 3x, take away 7, add 7, becomes 0, so there's nothing left there. And then 8 plus 7 is 15. Divide both sides by the number in front of the x, so divide by 3. X equals 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay? And finally, if you have one that looks like this, x divided by 4 plus 3 equals 23. I want to get rid mathematically of the plus 3. So I take away 3 from both sides of the equation. I'm left with x divided by 4 is equal to 23 take away 3, which is 20. The opposite of divides by 4 is times both sides by 4. So here we just end up with x equals 20 times 4 is 80. And that is your revision of solving equations. Thank you.